Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. So, all right, here we go. Basically, Stephen Coon Smith walks off the stage.
Of career as an executive, and if he ends up landing someplace else, I'd applaud it because he deserves it, because he has a resume that speaks to that. I wish not throwing no shade on Danny Ainge. I do think that he should have went after Anthony Davis a bit harder, but then again, with Anthony Davis perpetually injured, we understand why he may have been reluctant to do so. As it pertains to this, here's what I want to do. Again, when we talk about Steve Nash, we talk about Tim Tebow, we talk about Brad Stevens and stuff like that. I want to call out the NBA players. You got something to say about everything else? Where you at? We got you got some people out there that saying Raphael Stone ain't making the final calls, even though Fertitta and the Houston Rockets swear that he is. Okay, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. You got Masai Ujiri in Canada. You got Raphael Stone in Houston after everybody's departed and he basically has no team. They ain't African Americans that have been toiling through the terrain and trying to become executives in the National Basketball Association. Last time I checked, that's the case. We see coaches on the sideline. They don't want to become head coaches. They've been assistants for years. You got a guy like Phil Handy in Los Angeles that's been an assistant everywhere he's gone to get championships. Cleveland, Toronto, and LA. Okay? And it wasn't just LeBron. It was Kawhi, too. There's a plethora of guys. You got Sam Cassell. He's going to be a hell of a coach one day in the NBA if he gets that opportunity. Chauncey Billups. Everybody was talking about he had an opportunity to get an executive position. And then suddenly it dwindles. But Steve Nash, who we love and respect, great dude, got a black agent, one of the great ones, Mr. Bill Duffy. Steve Nash never coached on any level. And not only does he get the job, he gets the job with the full support of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who, by the way, never insisted that a black candidate be interviewed and be put front and center so we'll know who that individual is. We got Brad Stevens here. It's Boston. Tatum's your star. Jaylen Brown's your star. We understand what role that they play, particularly Jaylen Brown, in social justice issues. We're supposed to be woke. We're supposed to understand that that knee on George Floyd's neck wasn't just about violence and police brutality. It was also the figurative semblance that it provided, where you're feeling like constantly people have their knee on your neck since the time you come out of the womb. We've been talking about all of this stuff, and people are willing to say, oh, Stephen A's bringing up race. Oh, Stephen A's bringing up George Floyd and equating that to Tebow. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, from a figurative perspective, what we witnessed and what got the nation up, and it just inspired, was because what we saw was symptomatic and emblematic of how we feel as a people, consistently being marginalized, consistently being minimized, consistently being underappreciated, undervalued. And in a world of sports, where you got dudes with guaranteed contracts, making money that would secure their generations of family, you got folks hesitant to speak up. You got players, NBA players are some of the most powerful people in this world. When have they spoken up for black coaches? When? When have they spoken up for black executives, GMs, president of basketball operations? When has that happened? LeBron, all of them, everybody. Where the hell have they been? Nobody's done anything. And then when we the media, we bring it up, and you got white folks out here gonna sit up there and look at Stephen A. and say, oh, here he is bringing up race. And none of the black players speak up and say, yo, he got a point. Yo, he's right. Yo, there's something that needs to be done here. Do y'all want me to bring up the Rooney Rule and how it might be needed in basketball? Oh, I forgot. I can't do that. Why? Because the Rooney Rule ain't even working in the damn NFL. So when are we gonna say something about it? You know what? I'm gonna walk away. I'll be right back because I'm scared I'm gonna say something that might get me in trouble. Because I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
ahead, Burke. You want to respond?
I mean, I see his point.
Bro, why are you stealing my shit, bro? You can fool everybody on YouTube. You can talk about my numbers ain't shit. Why are you stealing my shit? Why are you stealing my rants? Are you serious? I've been talking about that for a year now. Why are you stealing not just me, but other YouTube creators' content who don't get the views because people are too busy hating on us? You don't give a shit about no Brad Stevens being caught. Now you calling it out? I've been said Brad Stevens is overrated. He's had talented teams. He's had the most talented teams, and he can't get to a championship. Let me also read something to you to let you know how all of this stuff is propaganda and agenda driven. Brad Stevens has a chance to make history by hiring Becky Hammon, backing up his hope for female NBA head coach. Brad Stevens is out as the head coach. Now, early candidates for a coaching job, people, of course, remember I read in the last video, you had Jason Kidd who was up for that. Not only him, Lloyd Pierce is up for that. Now, they're saying that it should be a case for Jay LaRoniga is the most likely internal candidate. Okay, so he's been a long-time assistant with the team and was actually interviewed to replace Doc Rivers before the team tapped Stevens. He's not going to get the job. He's just an assistant guy. Others say, like I was saying, Jason Kidd and Lloyd Pierce. Also, people are saying those are two of the worst candidates on the market. Why is that? Because they're black. That's why they're the worst candidates. We know why. Other names include former New Orleans head coach Alvin Gentry. I would not like Alvin Gentry with this team. Jerron Collins, a former Brooklyn head coach, and Kenny Atkinson. Former first-round draft pick and NBA assistant coach Sam Cassell and Michigan head coach Juwan Howard have also been included in the conversation. Plus, they're saying that Becky Hammon has also been atop of the list of rising assistants who are eyeing a head coaching job. This is just propaganda. They just want it to be the first woman coach. Not taking nothing from Becky Hammon. Becky Hammon is a very qualified young lady. She knows the game of basketball. She's very intelligent. But it's propaganda what the NBA is trying to do. She's currently second in command under Greg Popovich, and she's 44. Stevens, hopes to see her. Stevens said at one time he praised her. Here's him praising her.
Right, you guys are going up against a team with Becky Hammon on the bench tonight. You've had some women on your staff. Is that encouraging to see the progress? And how far away do you think we are from a woman coaching the NBA team?
Well, I think there's several very qualified candidates, and Becky obviously is a terrific candidate. I don't know her well, but I know what people think about her, and I know how well she's respected all across the league by the players and the coaches. So, I would hope that time is coming very soon. Obviously, we've had, Allison kind of coaching incredible organization. Tara Lawson is a star. Was here, couldn't hardly keep her here, obviously. So there's all kinds of good candidates.
Okay, so he basically was talking about how he hopes she gets a job and that will really help the sport. Now, let me tell everybody, I did not say Brad Stevens Brad Stevens, for what he did, for being a college coach entering the NBA, he has been over glorified. They have said that this guy is the next coming of the greatest thing since sliced bread, which I don't really give any kudos to that. Because personally, the guy's been overrated, man. The first year I give you, he had to get everybody together. His second year had a great year coaching. Third year, but then after that, it's like, look, you started getting the talent. You couldn't get them over the top. You got Tatum, you got Brown, you had Isaiah Thomas. No, Tatum came later. You had Isaiah Thomas and them balling. Then the following season, you traded, and Isaiah Thomas practically kept you guys relevant. And then you guys started taking off. He's the reason why Boston turned back around, and then your organization treated him like shit and shipped him out. But I understand why Danny Ainge did it, because Isaiah Thomas screwed himself. He should have gotten the surgery. Now, Stephen Smith basically is blasting the players. I've been blasting the players. I've been blasting the Kyries, the Kevin Durants, the LeBronis, the Anthony Davis, all of these players, the Kawhi Leonards, the Paul Georges, all these players you praise. This is why I don't praise athletes. And I keep telling you that. Stop falling for the bullshit. You guys are too grown for this on the internet. Now, you may be a kid and you may not understand, but Stephen Smith is just taking shit that I've said. Now, all of a sudden, you want to fight for the black man? Where was your balls when Michelle Beadle talked bad about you and you apologized like a little hoe? When your ass should have said, fuck ESPN, I'm gone. I'm not dealing with this shit no more. I'm out. That's what you should have done as a real black man, as a man in general. No, you took it up the ass. And now you're reaping the benefits of getting all this money. You're being vastly underpaid. Stephen Smith should have left 6-7 years ago from ESPN. But no, you want to come on here with that fake bravado. Oh, I'm finna walk off now. Where you walking to? You ain't walk off, because you know if you walked off, you would have been fired. Stop with the BS. Kwame Brown has ethered you, and he has exposed you. He's destroyed you. Shout out to Ticket TV. He's ethered you, in his words. Ethered you. You've been destroyed. You've been debunked. Everything you've said, you've been debunked. You're pushing this narrative when we've been saying this forever. I've been saying this for a long time. Everyone's trying to make it like the NBA is much better. No, the NBA don't give a shit. They're the good old boy club that Kwame Brown talked about, that Joshua Powell, who was on Ticket TV's Pro Basketball Updates channel, where he interviewed with them. I think the original interviews on Ticket's channel, where he interviewed with Powell. Powell talked to you about the politics and what they do to you. Byron Scott even said that Kobe Bryant advocated for him to be the coach of the team because he wasn't going to get a job. And then they disrespected him by getting rid of him, but putting good old boy Luke Walton up there. Luke Walton has sucked the past 3 or 4 seasons, but yet he still got a job. That's what we're talking about. Stop talking about, well, Brad Stevens went to 3 Eastern Conference Finals. Dwayne Casey went to 2 of them. I believe he went to 2 or 1, whatever. Not only that, he helped the Mavericks win a championship with his defense. Had a way better winning percentage in Toronto, but he got fired. But this bum Luke Walton, who's only there because of his daddy Bill Walton, who was actually a great player, But what the hell? He can have a coaching job? Of course the Rooney Rule don't work. I just said this crap. You're taking our content. You got exposed, so now you're trying to bring the black people back to espn. Your racist ass boss, who's in charge of espn, he's racist. He's racist, just like the rest of them, like Chris Berman. They're allegedly racist. I would say allegedly. They're allegedly racist. They allowed you, you little token Negro, to speak. You see me, I can say whatever the hell I want because I don't work for them and I don't work for you. This is my platform. You guys have continuously lied to the public. I just said in my last video, Brad Stevens, how the hell do you get an executive job over all these other guys? Alvin Gentry, he can't get an executive job. Like all these other guys who's been coaches, they didn't reach expectations by winning a championship, but instead of them being fired, they get promoted. That's why I said on my next resume, I'm putting down white. I'm putting white down. I'm putting white down. Once I put that down, I'm good to go. But this bum here keeps stealing my shit, and I don't like it. And he's stealing all these content creator stuff. I was the one who said these players need to step up and get on these people for not hiring black coaches. I talked about this. I said this about college football players, NFL players, to step they bitch ass up and talk. That's why I don't root for these players unless they're playing their sport. That's why I never could care for these players. You guys over-glorify these players. If somebody come out and say, man, Kobe Bryant sucked, he ain't top nothing. That's your opinion. I don't give a shit. He not my dog, but in my top 5, he's the greatest. So I don't care what anybody says. That is my prerogative. That is how I get down. We've been saying put the foot to these owners, put the fire to these owners' pants. Put the fire to the owners themselves. Yet, none of the players want to do it. None of the players want to build up their own party, their own political party. They don't want to hold the police accountable by putting pressure on them to retrain their police. They don't even want to try to build candidates up from the ground up, build our own schools, build our own cities, build our own towns where we could have kids learning trades, learning politics, learning how to be a lawyer, learning how to be a doctor, learning how to do other things. No, you niggas is too busy smashing the damn Kardashians or smashing these chicks and trying to make your image look good. These athletes are false prophets. They're a bunch of token Negroes and false prophets. It's just like Kwame Brown has said, and shout out to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown was right. He was right. Now you got this bum Stephen Coon Smith trying to speak up like, man, you guys, I am disappointed in this. Danny Ainge, I have no problem with him going somewhere else. He has the credential. You still showing your boot-licking ass. Why does Danny Ainge deserve a job when he just left a job? So that's how y'all do it? Y'all just hire your buddies and just keep the black folks out. All we're good enough to do is shoot a goddamn hoop. That's it. Or run a damn football or throw. We ain't even good to throw the football. They still trying to hold on to the white guy. They're praying Lamar Jackson don't make it. They're praying Lamar Jackson fails. They're praying that the guys like Katie and them fail so they don't have to change things up. They're praying they're praying they can keep doing what they're doing and getting away with it because you players don't hold their foot to the fire. Y'all so worried about being broke again, dog. Who cares? I done went months. I done went a year or two being broke where I barely was making it. I grew up with a silver spoon, but when I became an adult, I made some mistakes that put me in a bad spot where I had to grind to get my ass out of there. 2 failed relationships, I still had to grind to get out of there. As an adult, I had to pick up or shut up. So that's why I show love to everybody. Even if you hate on my channel, even if you hate on me, I don't give a rat's ass. Because if we ever met in person, you wouldn't keep that same energy. That's just facts. I'm a fucking man at the end of the day. I ain't no fake ass gangster. I ain't no fake ass trapper. I ain't none of that over glorified bullshit that keeps killing our men. I don't need the clout chase. I don't need to ride a wave. I speak the truth. And the truth is, this coon right here is trying to be like what Kwame Brown and others are doing. Like the casinos, the tickets. He trying to do what they're doing. Stealing their shit. And then you've been stealing mine. You stole my intro, you little bitch. You lucky dog you took that damn video down. Because I would have put that video up on my damn page. And that's facts. I'm going after all y'all this year. I don't care if I only stay at 400. I don't care about all that. All I want to do is keep giving truth to everybody to wake up and stop smelling this damn bullshit coffee. It's a damn shame. Man, thank you for listening, man. I'm out. Deezy.